So I was thinking about other beginnings and endings, and the book of Genesis is the very first beginning. It's the idea that it's the story of creation and everything. Genesis 2:9 reads, if I can find it, "Out of the ground the Lord God made to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden." Revelations is a story of endings. It's also a story of new beginnings, of how things have changed. 22, the last chapter, verse 2 reads, "Through the middle of the street of the city, on the other side of the river, is the tree of life, with its 12 kinds of fruit, producing its fruit each month, and the leaves of the trees are for the healing of the nations." Both those verses bring up the tree of life. You have the tree of life at the beginning of everything, Genesis chapter 2. Barely anything's happened in the world yet, all the way to Revelations 22, which is going to be pretty much the last thing that ever happens, according to what we have written by John. And so I've been thinking, cosmically we're in between these two trees somewhere. Who knows exactly where, but I think throughout our own lives we have all these other trees. We have 7 years of youth group, we have 4 years of high school, we have all these trees. Right now I feel like I'm at one of these end trees.
So, the vlogs I've been making have been primarily for my friend Vince. But I wanted to make something that was for the future. Maybe for my kids, maybe for myself. I'm not really sure. But I knew that I wanted to do something. So that beginning clip was from a talk I gave my senior year at my church retreat. In this part of it, I talked about two trees in the Bible, a beginning and an end. 2016 for me was a year of endings and beginnings, from presidents to schools to friend groups. 2016 began with me officially deciding that I wasn't going to run in the spring, leading to the first existential crisis of me asking, who am I? I started lifting with the new free time and began looking more into my faith life, that speech being one of the ways I did. I graduated in May and began the best summer of my life. See, when you're in your senior year of high school, you begin to say goodbye a lot, to communities, to friends, to your hometown. But somehow in the beginning of the summer, I began to say hello to a new friend group, cleverly named the Friend Group. I made new friends who I never would have guessed I'd spend time with, and spent the summer hanging out, playing Pokemon, and watching so many movies. Also winning the Bro Olympics with my swole mate Vince Dixon. The spring and summer of this year was one of the most relaxing times of my life, and also one of the most satisfying. But the summer ended, and I moved on to the next chapter of my life at the Ohio State University. I found a church I loved on the first day by the grace of God. I made a friend, I made some more friends, and then I made them take cute, stupid pictures with me. And with these people, I began the difficult, painful process of change. I'm kidding, I loved every moment of it. OS2 began to feel like a new home to me, and I'm excited to see what's in store in 2017. I've been so blessed in 2016 between new friends, new schools, and new opportunities. I used to hate saying goodbye because it meant that something was ending. But 2016 taught me that reaching an ending is the same as reaching a new beginning. I don't know what the future is going to bring, but I know that I'm an eager guy with a lot of ambition and dreams. And while I don't think I'm ready to start them yet, I know that I'm on my way. 2016 was a big year for me. I probably goofed off too much and didn't study enough. I made mistakes and I made memories. I thought about my past and dreamed about the future. But more than all of that, I grew and I changed.